What's up, you guys? I'm Chucko Harley and welcome back to my channel. So if you clicked on this video, I already know one or two things. Either one, you already made your mind up that you want to get a CDL and chase this bag, or two, you're thinking about it. Either way it goes, congratulations. I'm about to show you step by step how to get this money, how to chase this bag, and how to get it right the first time. What a couple of options in there. So let's go. Okay, you guys, so let's get straight into it. There are 3 ways to go about getting your CDL, and I'm going to tell you the pros and cons of all 3. So let's go. The first way to get your CDL is to go directly down to the DMV and get a commercial driver's license manual. Yes, it is the same thing as getting your Class C license. Instead, it's just commercial. So you go get this booklet, you will study yourself, and when you think you're ready, you will take the test. Once you pass the test, they will give you a permit to drive a truck. After that, they actually have places where you can rent other people's trucks. Yes. And then you can go take them behind the wheel. Or if you have a family or a friend, they can also bring their truck down to the DMV and you can take your test in their truck. So what are the pros to this? The pros to this is it's actually cost efficient, cost effective. So it really doesn't cost you anything but the fee, which is about maybe $50 or so. I don't know. I'm from California, so don't quote me on that, to take the test. And then to rent somebody's truck, well, that can run you in between $100 all the way up to $500, depending on who you rent it from. And of course, if you have family or friends, it may be free, with the exception they might charge you for gas because gas is high. So that is the benefits of going down there and doing it yourself. So what are the cons? The cons is if you do this yourself, then most likely you don't have no practice on behind the wheel. You don't have, unless you have a family or a friend that has a truck that's letting you practice on that truck, you don't have any resources beforehand to really show you how to maneuver the truck so that you are ready for the behind the wheel. Now, option number 2. This is almost the same thing as going to a school, but it's on a different level. Let me explain. So, option number 2 is where you have a halfway accredited school. What I mean by that is it's a school that you pay for upfront, 100%. This can range anywhere from $5,000 all the way up to $12,000. And you give them half of the money up front, and then you have to have the other half by the time you graduate. It usually takes about 2 to 6 weeks to finish this course. Within this course, they will teach you everything that you need to know on how to pass the permit, and they will also give you hands-on training in their own trucks on how to back and everything you need to pass the test. So what are the benefits to this? The benefits to this is you paid up front. So when it's all said and done, you don't owe them any money and there's no contract. You can then get your CDL after you pass everything and go find a company for you to work for. So what are the cons? You have to come up with $5,000 to $12,000 up front. So the third thing you can do is go to a fully accredited school. So for example, this would be SWIFT, CRST, CR England, or Prime, for example. With these schools, typically it's a contract. So it's basically a favor for a favor. They will pay for your permit, your behind the wheel, which altogether gives you your CDL. And in return, they will ask for you to work with them for a certain amount of time, anywhere from 6 months to 2 years, depending on the school. So what are the pros and cons to this? The pros is you do not have to pay for this. It is 100% free as long as you fulfill your contract. What are the cons? Well, when you're working for a major company, the pay is different than once you're out of their program or their contract. So basically, they're going to be paying you like pennies. And then once you complete that and you move on to another carrier, then you'll be starting to get what you're worth as a driver. So that's the cons. So what do I recommend? I recommend option number 3. And I only say this because they teach you from A to B, everything you need to get behind the wheel and just go. And after that, there is a job. You don't have to go looking for one. They're going to hire you as long as you complete the program. So that's why I recommend it. Okay, so let's talk about the 3 major things you're going to learn while you're in trucking school. Number 1, you're going to be learning the permit. That's what you're going to be studying for. You're going to be studying all the tests that they require you to take in order to get your permit to actually drive the truck. The second thing that you're going to be learning is the behind the wheel. That's actually getting inside the truck, moving the truck forwards, backwards, doing alley docks, parallel parking, so on and so forth. The third thing you're going to learn is your pre-trip. And oh my God, that's a big one. Now, although school is going to teach you all these things, and I'll break it down to you in the next video, I'm going to give you some recommendations. My first recommendation is if you can learn the permit on your own, that'll be in your best interest. Why I say this? Because when you go to trucking school, they only give you 1 week to cram all this information, and then you have a date to go take this test, pass this test before you can move on to the next section. So if you can do this on your own time, I would say learn the permit on your own, take your permit, go apply for the CDL school and already have that out the way so you can jump right in to the behind the wheel, because they give you a lot more time to practice on the behind the wheel than they do the permit. The second recommendation I'm going to give you is, if you can, before you decide to go to CDL school, if it permits, save up money for your job, okay? Save up at least a month's worth of money so that you can take that time off to take off of your job, still be able to pay your bills, and just focus on CDL school. Why I say this? Because it is going to be hard for you to do CDL school and work at the same time. And depending on where you live, you might not have that option. You might not be local to where you can both go to school and you can go, you can work. So in that case, you're going to need to have your bills paid up in order to focus on school, especially if you have to fly out to a location that is near home and you still have bills at home. So my recommendation is, before you take this leap, please save up some money so that you can maintain your lifestyle while you're getting through school. Trust me, don't worry, it'll pay off. My third recommendation is to download DMV Genie. Woo! This is going to help you a ton, okay? And on my next video, I'm going to break down why this app is so important. So guys, if you like the content that I'm dropping, I gave you some value, like, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe, because that's what is going to help me continue to bring you good content. And if you have any questions, or if you want any videos or need any answers, put them down in the comments below and I will make a video on it and I'll answer you back. And if you're a truck driver, leave some good advice for any of the trucking rookies or the inspiring trucker rookies that's coming into the field. Anyway, guys, I'm Trucker Harley. Catch you on the next video.